Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of the Critical Thinking Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Yoshi.
I'm Travis.
And today we're going to talk to you about stuff.
I mean, that's usually
Wonderful,
what we do.
tangible, and intangible stuff.
Oh yes. Did you like the email I sent you last night?
I have not read it because my brain was deep fried from lack of eating.
No, I just sent you it was like 20 minutes of me talking to myself as if you were here.
That's freaking great. Because that's basically what you told me over Discord. And I was like, we need to do that. We need to have a conversation with each other, but without the other one in the room.
Yes.
And then just put it together, and however crazy it sounds, that's what we'll roll out.
Exactly.
Oh man, this would be great. Because what if the unscripted scripted podcast experiment is better than our regular podcast?
That would be
I'm sure people will share it because what the hell are these two people talking about?
You'll also know I'm in the process of acquiring some royalty-free lo-fi music to put into the backgrounds of these podcasts.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. In case there isn't any playing when this episode comes out, is because I forgot to double down and check up on Travis whether or not he got some or not.
Yes.
So it'll be on me, not on him.
It's
But
totally
he's
his
searching.
fault, not mine.
And it'll be my fault. It's my cross to bear, so to speak.
Oof.
Speaking of bearing the weight of countless people, that's not a good segue at all. Anyway, so EVO happened recently. One of the biggest fighting tournament showcase displays, whatever, that happens every year. Because it's not just one game that gets played. It's like, I don't know, 9, 12. I don't keep track anymore. I always know that they dropped Melee this year, and that upset so many people.
Did it?
Yes, because at one point, when they tried taking Melee off, because of Nintendo was basically saying you can't play Melee at EVO, a bunch of streamers, or maybe just one big one that got organized, they were like, nah, we're gonna raise enough money to make sure we can be played at EVO. I think they were supplying the prize pool. I really don't know. It was years ago. I think when Brawl was new. That's how old this was.
Yeah.
And yeah, they did it. They crushed it, and they put Melee back on EVO. Oh, you looking it up?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was some Twitter
I was
shit.
about to if you weren't. But anyway, what happened this year though, because all of that's in the past. There have been multiple after parties where dudes were drugged because instead of their friend drinking it, they're like, oh, I'll finish it for you, and they were roofied.
Oh damn.
And yes, some girls got roofied, but they were with their friends, so they took care of them. But yeah, that's a bunch of shady stuff happened this weekend.
That sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, right? I retweeted a bunch of it. I know you've been sleeping and you probably didn't see it. But it happened to one of Esam's friends.
Oh, that's somebody I know. They've gone too far.
They've gone too far. Oh man, yeah. Let's see.
Was there no Street Fighter? Oh no, it's just a free trial.
Okay, he was tweeting out stop fondling women at after parties. Stop drugging women's drinks at after parties. Stop ruining women's lives because you are a selfish asshole. Stop sexually harassing women at parties. It's really not that difficult, and people that can't do this get away from public spaces. Need to get away from public spaces.
Yeah.
I had an ex-friend of mine drugged at a random bar, and I had to literally carry her from someone's room, who thankfully saw her before she passed out, to mine, and watch over her for 12 hours. Don't ruin other people's lives, you pieces of garbage.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Like, how hard is it just to be a decent human being?
Right?
Most people make it sound like it's the hardest shit ever.
Just like thinking of being an asshole. Just don't.
Yeah.
No.
If you're sitting there, if you're about to do something and you're like, maybe I should. That right there is a big red flag moment. So, and if you think, maybe I shouldn't, think about like if I were to do it to you, would you be cool with that?
No.
Yes, pick me in particular. I want you to imagine me doing it.
No. Yeah, and then let's see, this guy named Tong. I only had 3 drinks last night.
Yeah.
But I took a drink that was intended for a woman friend of mine, and that was the last thing I remembered all night. Definitely got roofied. This shit is not okay. What the fuck is wrong with people? I just checked with my friend who had a sip of it, and she felt like something was off and made it back to her room safely. Personally, I'm angry, disgusted, and a bit shook up. It's weird to say, but I'm glad it happened to me instead of one of my friends. I've never felt more powerless, not being able to speak a name because I don't have tangible quote-unquote proof.
Yeah.
I'm more mad that women regularly have to go through this more than anything else. Man, it's just freaking a shitty time all around.
It really is. On a good note, season 4 of Veronica Mars is now on Hulu.
Veronica Mars.
It's the one with
what show's that
Kristen
again?
Bell, where she plays like a well, in the old ones, like it was a show in the 90s, and it was kind of a here. Hey Sloan, can you come in here for a second?
We're getting a bonus
We're getting a
guest for a
professional.
second.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Need
Okay.
a professional. Come give them the rundown on Veronica Mars and why it's cool that there's season 4 on Hulu.
I like the show.
It's right here. You gotta come over here. No, tell them about Veronica Mars, because I feel like I can't accurately describe it. Modern day Nancy Drew, but she it's not that easy either. She's got like a quirk to her. She's really interesting and cool, and she has like a no nonsense attitude. And you follow several arcs during the course of a season. There's usually like a romance arc of some sort. There's the main arc, which is the main crime that's going on, or like her dad running for sheriff or not running for sheriff, stuff like that. And then the show's been off the air for like a while because it stopped after season 3. And then season 4 happened on Hulu, and she's like an adult now. She runs the PI business. And there was a movie that I didn't watch.
Yeah, you did.
There's a movie I mistook
Neat.
for another season or something. But yeah, it's really interesting. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you check it out. Well, never mind then. I guess you can go back to doing what you were doing. I'm trying to get a professional on the subject.
I don't know what you're talking about. Who you're talking to.
I'm talking to Yoshi. Fine. Is it hot as balls in your room? Hot as balls in mine.
It kind of is because I had to turn the air conditioning on,
Yeah.
so the mic doesn't pick it up. Yeah. Wow. That's according to I don't know what it is. Google reviews. It came out in 2004.
The movie, yeah.
Nice.
And then they were just like, here's season 5 because you guys wanted it.
Anyway, back to Evo for a second. There was something else that happened that pissed off. First, it was cool, but then it pissed off a lot of people because it was a lie. Like I said, there's like a bunch of games at this tournament.
Yeah.
And one of them was Tekken.
Which Tekken?
You've heard of Tekken, right? Tekken 7,
okay.
the newest one. And during finals, there was a clip of Snake in Codec talking to the creator of Tekken, saying, "That was some good ass Tekken." I'm dummy
Did
there.
you really say all that?
Not the dummy thing
Oh,
part,
okay.
but just that was some good ass Tekken. and going away. And people were like freaking out because everyone was like, "Yo, did they just leak that Snake is coming to Tekken?" And everyone was losing their goddamn mind for like a good hour and a half before they're like, "No, that was just a joke from staff at Evo, a little inside joke.
Yeah.
We thought it would be cool. That was no way, shape, or form affiliated with Bandai. My bad. Bandai. Oh Lord. Bandai Namco or Konami.
Yeah.
And then David Hayter, the voice actor for Snake's like, "Don't you ever use my voice to promote a game that Konami and I are not associated with."
There was an explosion at a military warehouse in Russia.
Dang.
Yeah, thousands were evacuated out of the Kamensk. It's a village in the Ashinsk district of Krasnoyarsk Krai, Russia. Yeah, it was. I know that's what I like to do. That's why I figured it was kind of fun for me to do yesterday. Was
You blew it up.
whenever I was just talking to people, talking to no one.
How'd you get to Russia and back so fast?
I'm real fast. You can ask anyone. I do.
Fast as fuck, boy.
But like I was like, I just go through the Explore tab on Twitter and find topics to talk about. Let's see, hundreds of former scouts file lawsuit against Boy Scouts of America over alleged sexual abuse.
That's not cool.
That's not
Remember,
cool.
if you think about touching children, don't.
Just don't. That
Just
easy. Just
You want to be an asshole? Just
don't.
don't. Want to ruin someone's day? Don't. You want to mentally and physically scar a young kid for the rest of their life? Just don't. Just don't. Who do you think you are? Vatican? Don't.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Don't.
Hmm.
Man, that's freaking crazy.
Yeah. So we've all heard the jokes, right? We've all heard the jokes.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's invade the Vatican. They can't molest us all.
Actor and filmmaker Andy Serkis confirmed that he will direct Venom 2 starring Tom Hardy. He played Gollum. Serkis played Gollum in Lord of the Rings and directed last year's Mowgli: Legend of the Jungle. This follows speculation that Robert Wyatt was also in contention for the job. So that's pretty cool. And here's Andy Serkis himself tweeting out, "It's happening. The symbiote has found a host in me, and I'm ready for the ride. Can't wait. Hashtag Venom. Hashtag Venom 2. Hashtag Marvel."
Woo.
So that's pretty cool.
Be fun.
I just can't unsee Gollum when I look at him though.
Clickety clackety plastics.
Oh yeah, fucking Goblin boys.
Freaking dice goblin.
Nice.
When I think of Gollum, I think of a dice goblin just shaking their bag of friggin' D&D dice. Like,
Here's one. This Mr. Caesar Sayok was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Can you guess for what?
Give me some options.
We're gonna have
me three.
number
Give me
A,
three.
ordering more than 3 items at a KFC drive-thru. B, he skipped line, trying to go into the movies. C, he committed voter fraud. Or D, mailing pipe bombs to people who critic President Trump.
I'm gonna go with D. Pipe
It's
bomber.
actually A. Those lines get a little bit crazy.
What?
No, it's for mailing
More than 3?
It's for mailing pipe bombs to prominent Trump critics. Sayok pleaded guilty to sending more than a dozen pipe bombs to prominent Democrats, and CNN last year was sentenced to 20 years in prison by a judge on Monday. I mean, that's what you get if you send fucking bombs to people. There's an article here on ABC News. This is in Manhattan, is when this, but he's from Florida. A Manhattan federal judge spared Caesar Sayok a life sentence for mailing 16 pipe bombs to prominent Democratic politicians and media figures across the country. Sayok was sentenced by the U.S. District Court Judge Jed Rakoff to 20 years in a federal prison with 5 years supervised release, where he must participate in outpatient drug and mental health treatment. As Rykov read his decision, Sayok placed his head down on the defense table and sobbed into his hands. He then gestured across with his right hand, lifted his head to the ceiling, and mouthed, "Thank you." After a 90-minute sentence hearing that included testimony from 2 doctors about Sayok's state of mind, a judge determined a life sentence was inappropriate and 10-year mandatory minimum was not enough. The prosecutors recommended a life sentence plus 10 years to set an example. That's cool, yeah. Let's see who all these sent bombs to. During a 10-day period in October 2018, Sayok mailed the IEDs to Democrats including Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and George Soros. Sayok attached a picture of the intended victim marked with a red X outside each improvised explosive device. He also sent one to CNN. Although none of the homemade devices went off, it triggered a nationwide manhunt involving hundreds of investigators with the FBI and U.S. Postal Service. Saying this is a hoax minimized national threats, said the Assistant United States Attorney Jane Kim. There's a lot more to read, but there's not a whole lot more reading I want to do.
Dang.
So yeah, there's some news for you.
Real shame it wasn't for getting more than 3 items at a KFC.
No, those drive-through lines are fucking crazy. If you guys could just stick to like 1 bucket, that'd be great. That way I don't have to get leftovers when it's my turn. I think the past 2 times we've been through there, they've been like, "Oh, well, we're out of this kind," or "Hey, we're out of extra crispy. Do you want me to just mix it up with like regular?" And it's like, "Yeah, it's fine. I'm still gonna eat it, but it's not what I wanted."
Right. I remember. What happened that one time? Oh yeah. We got there like, we got to the KFC like in time, but I think we like took too long to order, so it was about to close. So when we did order our bucket, like, y'all cool? We just fill this bucket to the top at no extra cost.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're like, no extra cost. That's my favorite.
I agree.
Oh man.
You guys want to see which Xbox One game is free to play this weekend?
Oh shoot!
The survival game
let the people
Vigor
know.
will be free to play on Xbox One this weekend. As of August 8th, Bohemia Interactive has announced a free weekend will let you sample the Xbox timed exclusive game. Get this pop-up out of my face. Currently in early access or game preview, as Xbox calls it, to put it through its paces. The free period will last through August 11th and comes right alongside the recent 0.9 update. The update, nicknamed Aid, made big changes to the shooting mechanics and introduced new features like weapon skins, daily challenges, customization, spectator mode, gestures, and more. So far, 500,000 players have tried Vigor, and Bohemia says this free weekend is aimed at expanding the player base and testing new features ahead of its free-to-play release coming later this summer. If you enjoy the free time and want to keep playing, you can purchase a Founders Pack for $20 and get some extra loot. Vigor is a survival game set in Norway, and it's from the studio behind DayZ, apparently. Bohemia previously explained that Sony's lack of an early access program led it to launch Vigor exclusively for the Xbox, at least for now. It will come to PS4 sometime later. The PC release has not been announced. So, there's some video game news for you.
Thank you. Now to Jim with
I got some good news as far as video game news goes.
Cool.
Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, the newest one, will not have Battle Royale mode. Yay! No, you're not. I expected more of it. Like, I like Battle Royale. I feel like it's fun. It definitely has its place, but there's just some things I just don't want in it. You know, like certain games. Like, I wouldn't play Pokemon Battle Royale. I take that back. I totally would. But I wouldn't play like fucking like Fable Battle Royale. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, it seems like it's either tacked on or something that wasn't originally gonna be a battle royale gets converted.
Just crossing too many genres there, and that's when shit becomes gross. Hey, here's your tweets. If someone gropes you after a party of an event and you see me, please tell me immediately. I don't care if we don't know each other. Or it looks like I'm having a great time.
I'll make sure the person responsible gets punished.
Yeah, you can read it. That's fine.
Good old Gimmer.
A doodle from work. Okay. That's a nice doodle. But perhaps you should be working when you're at work. I'm just kidding. Shit, I had an easy ass day last week. I read 230 pages of The Shining. I finished The Shining. I'm into Doctor Sleep now. And then what else do I have on my list? Horns, American Gods, and Bizarre Bad Dreams. Let's see what other. You got anything you want to talk about? I feel like I've been talking a lot.
Oh, that's good. Pretty much all I had was the stuff that happened at Evo, and pretty much covered all that.
Well, here I got some stuff for you out of Minnesota.
Oh snap, Minnesota!
It involves.
Did you know it's like a soda but smaller?
It's where everyone calls it mini soda.
Yeah.
But everyone's favorite R&B star, R. Kelly, is accused of soliciting a 17-year-old girl in Minnesota again. He was charged on Monday with prostitution and solicitation related to an allegation that he invited a 17-year-old girl to his hotel room in 2001 and paid her $200 to dance naked with him. This man cannot catch a break, and I'm not saying to like sympathize anything for him, but like I just feel like he just keeps fucking up. He just doesn't stop fucking up. He's just constantly getting in trouble. Am I right?
Yeah, it's like someone should have told him, hey, if you're thinking about
diddling
pissing
children,
and dancing with underage girls, just
don't.
Just don't.
Let me see here. When was this? August 6th. That is today. Is the 74th anniversary of the Hiroshima bombing.
What am I supposed to say? That I can't say, dude, no.
Yeah, right.
Like,
You better, fucking communist. At this moment, 74 years ago, an atomic bomb dropped over Hiroshima, killing thousands. Today we remember, says Japan, and that's when we ended the World War II in the Pacific Theater. So that's good. The war was over. Okay. Hey, at least we didn't drop the trident on them. Jesus Christ.
Boomist, bigamist.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a picture, and I'm just gonna let you make what you want out of it. So you can put that up. So like, little boy and fat man compared to shit we have today was absolutely nothing. This is why nuclear fucking whatever is absolutely terrifying, right?
Very terrifying. About to yeet people back to the amoeba age.
Yeah, fuck the Stone Age. That shit was overrated to begin with.
Yeah, let's go back to like single cell organisms up in this house.
Yeah. You got anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, fun fact. Did you know there are more planes today? There are more planes in the ocean than submarines in the sky.
Are you done? I don't know if it picks up the beep, like if I'm leaving.
Probably not, because streamer mode is enabled.
Here's some better news. Also on August 6th, for today, it's Lucille Ball's birthday. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's dead AF because she died in '89. But yeah, it's her birthday. She also did movies. She did some stuff.
Do you love Lucy?
I mean, it's all right. I don't really know what demographic I'm going for by talking about that. Oh, I'm getting tired of seeing this like hashtag video games are to blame. I'm getting real tired of seeing that because they're not. I don't know how y'all feel, but I can tell you straight up.
As our resident gun expert, what are your thoughts on the constant barrage of death and destruction that not only the youth, but old, withered people are committing against their fellow man here. In
Old
America.
withered people.
Yeah. I wanted to add more adjectives and descriptions than I needed to.
I think people. I think it's real stupid. I actually have a very, very strong feeling towards our youth right now. Especially with where I work, I see a lot of it. And it seems like these 17, 18, even 16-year-old kids are going out there hanging out with their buddies, gangbanging and shit, shooting at each other with guns, not realizing that they still got about another 80 years left on this planet, and they just threw it all away so they could look cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we had one a while back. I think it was last year. A guy was robbed and shot and murdered over a couple $100 in cash, some weed, and a Gucci belt. And that's a shitty reason to lose your life,
And that's a shitty reason to take a life.
I'm talking about from both ends.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I feel like we need background checks, and even background checks are going to help for people who obtain guns illegally. And that's where it becomes a catch-22 with me, because I see the argument for both sides. Yeah, guns should be a little bit more regulated, but at the same time, people are going to obtain those guns illegally. They always have. They always will. And I'm not saying get rid of guns, because if you do that, I'm gonna bury mine and pretend I don't have any.
I hear that there's like a loophole at like trade shows.
No, there's not.
Is that a thing?
No, you still have to do all the paperwork. They still have the people there running background checks. But there's not a gun show loophole. I don't know where that came from, but it's completely false.
But you have heard of it, right? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that I'm not hanging out with really dumb people.
Yeah, I've heard of that. There was this thing a while back that actually made me laugh real bad. It was like this CNN-esque report. I don't remember which one it was, but they were talking about how easy it is for someone to go in there and get an automatic, quote-unquote, automatic rifle. And so they go into this gun shop and they apply to get like this AR-15, and they were fucking denied.
And that's how easy it is, ladies and
They
gentlemen.
were like,
You just walk in there, have a spotty background, and get denied.
Nah, dog.
Can you believe it? Guns are rampant.
They're like, nah, dog, you had this domestic assault back in this year. We're not giving you a gun.
Nice. The system works.
Yes.
People lost their lives recently. Shame.
It does suck that people lose their lives over like bullshit reasons.
Speaking of that, oh man, did you see what Neil deGrasse Tyson tweeted?
What's he tweeted?
Oh boy, let me pull that up real quick. Let me get my best Neil deGrasse Tyson voice going on. In the past 48 hours, the U.S. horrifically lost 34 people to mass shootings. On average, across any 48 hours, we also lose 500 to medical errors, 300 to the flu, 250 to suicide, 200 to car accidents, 40 to homicide via handgun. Often, our emotions respond more to spectacle than data.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I stopped listening. Can you give me the TLDR version?
Hose mad.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, he's basically saying you can sum it up to in the past 48 hours we lost the 34 people, but on average we lose like hundreds more to medical errors, flu, suicide, car accidents. And he was saying that often we respond more to spectacle than to hard data.
All right.
Yeah. And everyone else is like, maybe all these things are bad. And it's just even worse when someone goes out of their way to kill people.
Yeah.
And, well, I want to get the right quote. So, I'm going to the Twitter account so I can read it.
Yeah.
You would not believe who like got mad at DeGrasse Tyson, and people were like, "Yeah, go you."
Who got?
Yeah. Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth.
Responded with, "Fuck off. There's your data."
Fucking Smash Mouth.
Coming out of nowhere. Oh my god. He had a family. Just comes in.
Oh my gosh. Tell me. I don't know. Tell me your opinions on gun control.
I think since as far back as human history, people have found ways to kill one another.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, most things have been regulated, limited to who can access them.
Yeah.
Not everyone can drive a car, so you see it, but not all the time. You don't see, children driving and then like running into a crowd of people.
Yeah.
Anyone, I don't think anyone can go. I think you need to be. I just realized I've never went out and bought knives,
No,
so I don't know.
Literally anyone can get a knife as long as you're over 16.
Yeah, see, 16.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've never bought a gun before, so I don't know how extensive the background checks are.
It just depends on where you're at.
I don't know if
Some
there's
places
any.
have like a 10-day waiting period. It's just all very its own thing.
Maybe
Like here in the great state of Texas, I can go in there and if like stuff is good, I just go up there today and buy a gun.
as long as your background like coming back good, right?
It takes about as long as the background check takes.
So maybe we should invest in ways to analyze people better. Because I'm gonna assume some of these, horrific tragedies happen even with a clean background check.
Yeah.
So maybe the tests that they use, their systems, the way they gather data, maybe that needs to be updated. And maybe it's just antiquated. Maybe it worked.
Yeah.
For a couple of years, maybe a few decades, because it feels like. I don't know, even when I was a kid, it didn't really happen.
Yeah, it feels like
The biggest one was Columbine.
yeah, shit's been going down lately.
Yeah, it feels like in the past, I don't know, 5-10 years, it just ramped up. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So I'm assuming just that the systems we have in place are just outdated and they need to be updated.
Yeah.
Because I think for a while it worked, and that's good. If it worked for a while, that means, what we had at the time was adequate. But clearly now it's no longer up to snuff. It just needs to be reworked.
You know what I would love right now?
Whether it's background checks, I don't even know where to begin, but I just know that it needs to change. It needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think.
So I was playing Smash Brothers.
No
earlier.
way.
Switch gears from serious to something more fun.
Yeah.
And I was doing some arena hopping, and Kat was here. We were just chilling, and boom, I was trying to explain that. All right, let's see what happens next. Because usually after I beat somebody, since I'm using Little Mac, I get booted out. It says a communication error that has occurred.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I was saying that, it looked like I was about to start a new match, and then the thing popped up, and we just had like a huge laughing fit.
Huh. Well, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want to fight you either. Not in Smash.
Yeah,
Shit difficult.
especially since I'm using the quote-unquote worst character in the
Right.
game. So, what are your thoughts on the new character,
Hero?
Hero? Yeah, I know you saw the montage and you got to play with him a little bit. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
Huh. I did not know. I feel like
Did you know he comes? Have you heard of Dragon Quest before he was?
Yes, I remember wanting to play it back in like fucking forever ago, because I saw it in a Game Informer magazine. And I thought it looked really cool. That tells you how old I was. And
Back in my day, we looked at the magazines for information.
yeah, I wasn't even mine. I used to just take Matt's old ones. He'd get the new ones, give me the old ones, and I'm like, hell yeah.
Knowledge.
Back when they had that.
You know what's more important than all these games on my shelf?
Knowledge.
Oh.
I wish I had a fucking Ferrari. Alrighty.
Remember, kids, smoking is
It
bad,
is bad for you.
Adults, however, go for
Whatever,
it.
it's your.
Life is meaningless. Our time comes when time comes.
Everything's predetermined.
Look into the void and scream back.
Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And if you want to hear more from the Critical Thinking podcast, remember to hit that subscribe button and the bell. That bell's the important one. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I knew it. I was like, did I just rip on Markiplier?
Can just I don't know, shoot the shit before we officially start, just to get our talking voices ready, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how things work. I just do. Did you want to do the intro this time, or?
I think I like doing the outro.
Okay. Now remember, it's after all the stuff you have to say, like take care, have a wonderful day, and goodbye. That's just the sign off.
Okay.
It's
You're not my dad.
fun fact. Did you know it is a reference to one of my favorite little YouTubers? Not little because small channel size, but little because I don't think people like this YouTuber.
Who is it?
Let me see. Let me type his Twitter handle so I can actually pronounce it right. Let's see. Haedox. Haedox.
Okay. What does he do?
He talks about stuff from games to movies, reviews, analysis of companies, like gaming companies. Tackles various gaming topics like industry stuff. There we go. Because I already mentioned the other stuff like games, reviews, hot topics, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Fans versus fandom, the Nintendo problem. He talked about like Switch rumors, why Activision's an evil company, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's just like interesting because like I don't know what the heck is gonna happen next. And for a while he hated like the outro he came up with, so he stopped using it. Then he started using it again. I've unironically called him the hype in the comments and on Twitter. Like whenever he says something, I would like quote retweet him and say the hype has spoken.
Huh.
Or in the comments is like, awesome, another great episode from the hype.
Yes, the hype.
The hype has spoken.
The hypening.
The hypening. All right, you ready to begin? I should get a drink. Hold
Okay.
up. I'm gonna text real quick and let her know that I'm gonna do my very best to protect Mountain Dew voltage from my brother.
Why would you take this on yourself?
Because I don't trust my family. They'll probably drink it too.
Don't trust my family. I was just saying it's a large undertaking to defend that from your brother. I'm not just saying that because he himself is large.
Dang, I do not know how to spell mountain. Time to abbreviate.
MTN.
Yep.
It's MOUNTAIN. Mountain.
I'll do everything in my power to stop my brother from drinking your Mountain Dew.